Hello there everyone, welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. We are back here in the NOCV-park and it is of course looking as beautiful as in the previous episode, but more beautiful actually, as we have added in some stuff in the previous episode. We have beautified the castle, the front area, we have finished the village over here, and we have of course added in some cute scenery for our canyon runner over here as well. But we aren't done here yet. No, we are far from done, as this episode is going to be dedicated with for decorating the complete area of the chateau area. So that's a lot of areas in here. A lot of area. But anyway, let me go over everything that we are going to do today. So of course we are going to start off with the aeronauts, the ride that we have placed in the last episode, as the queue scenery of this ride is still very bad. It's still 1%, and we can improve that of course by adding in the fencing around here and a lot of bushes, trees, and make it just more of a forest area and make everything look more nice. As well as that, we are going to add in some sort of a we are going to greenify this area around the canyon runner, as well as this is, as you can see over here in the testing part, and then go over to the results. We can see that the track scenery rating over here of the canyon runner is very low, as there isn't anything at all to make it more beautiful. So we are going to add in a bunch of trees in here as well, make everything look more stunning and integrated with this chateau area also. And by the way, I've come up with an awesome name for this canyon runner, which is going to be called the Chateau Express. There you go. This is just basically going to be something like the Hogwarts Express, but then for this castle over here. And I think that works quite nice. As well as that, we are gonna add in some more greenery around the back of the chateau to finish things off. And we are gonna add in lastly a little house in here for our first aid to go into. As you know, it's basically putting a first aid like this into here is just plain up ugly. So let's start off with the first thing, which is going to be the queue of the aeronaut. So I'm gonna create a little time lapse, and maybe for a change I will talk over the process of what I'm doing while the time lapse is running in the background. So here we go. You will hear me talk right now in this next time lapse. So here we are, and we are watching a clip of about 30 minutes, which is being sped up about 20 times the real time. So that means that we are gonna talk here for about 1 minute and 40 seconds, something like that. And let's start off with what I am doing right now. So basically I am placing down all these fence posts everywhere where our fences are going to be placed in. And as you can see, I am not really doing anything from a logical perspective. I just placed out a bunch of these fence posts on some corners, make it look kind of alright, and then in between that I am going to add in of course a little plank which is going to connect to our fence post, making of course a fence. And let me tell you, this was a pain in the ass to do, as I have said in the last episode, as you know, elevation and building in this game, man oh man, I'm gonna say it again, it is absolutely crap. You've got to click 1,000 times to place things on the place where you actually want them to be placed in. And yeah, in the end, with these lamps, I had to shuffle them around each and every time. And you know what? That was freaking annoying to do, as 9 out of 10 times the elevation wasn't equal on all places. So I had to adjust the height level as well, and that was just freaking annoying. And in the end, I just added in some bushes to finish things off here. And bam, half an hour later, and we've got a nice forest area in here, just like I wanted it to be. And as you can see, the path is now decorated with lots and lots of beautiful bushes, trees, autumn trees to be specific, and it looks absolutely incredible. So this is actually the style that I want to be, that I want this area, this down area over here, this small area over here to be, as I think this looks absolutely amazing, this forest look. And the upper area is going to be more of this area, with more of these pine trees, as it is actually sort of a mountain, so I want to make a difference with height and add in some other trees in there to make it more look more mountainous. So there you have it, everyone. I think the path looks absolutely stunning. It was a pain in the ass to construct, as you know, I've said it for quite a long time now. Building in this game is absolutely horrible. There is no such thing as face snapping, so basically whenever I try to place such a lamp in here, it's gonna curve around in all different weird directions, and there is no quick way of just snapping it down the way you want it just to be. Just snap it onto the surface. No, we have to do it by hand, and that will leave things like this, floating lanterns. And I'm not even going to bother fixing that, as we will not see that in the future, of course. It's just for the looks. So building is definitely not great. My hand is starting to hurt actually from all the clicking. There's no fast way of moving things about, rotating them, and I've probably said that in the time lapse already, so I'm not going to go over that once again. Yeah, it looks great, and we're gonna move on with the next thing on our to-do list, which is part of this area over here. So as you can see, I have submerged the station of the canyon runner into the ground, and it looks absolutely disgusting, as the ground is just you know, standing there mixing with these beams, and that doesn't look too great at all. So what I'm trying to do here, or what I'm going to try and do, is actually add in some sort of a wall around here to make it look more finished. So let's do that right away, as that is something I wanted to do all along, and I think it's not going to take a very long time. So I'm just gonna do it in a jump cut to speed things up a bit. And there you go, everyone. Something like this will look a lot better, and I'm just using some castle walls over here, the basic ones, as this is fitting in quite nicely with the castle walls of our chateau in the back here. And as you can see, it looks a lot better than it did before, and it integrates a lot better with the terrain as well. And speaking of terrain, this part over here is sticking out a bit, so I'm just gonna get the pull brush out, and we're gonna pull the terrain out a bit so that it fits in more nicely. And okay, let's not do that, as I see some errors already occurring, which is not what we want. And there you go, we're just gonna leave it this way. And the next thing we are going to do is add in the same style of forest over here into this canyon runner coast over here to get the track scenery rating up. As I've showed you before, the track scenery rating is very low, which is not good. We want to beautify things up a bit for people on this ride. So let's do that right away. And are we going to do this in a time lapse? Yeah, why not? That will look quite nice, I think. So here we go, another time lapse rolling, but this time let's cue the funky music, as we want to get the time lapse going. Voila, everyone, and as you can see, it is looking absolutely insane now. We've got trees literally everywhere, and I've planted a bunch of bushes in here as well to break up the view of when you're walking on this path, so that it seems like you are walking inside of a forest, and it looks like that the park is a lot bigger than it actually is, as the border is very near to this ride, of course. And as you can see, it looks very stunning. I've added in some sort of a hill in here with a crimson tree on top to make it look more amazing and to get some color in here. And I've done the same on the other side with this curve over here. Added in another hill with a little crimson tree on top. And as you can see, what I've done as well is just spammed a bunch of random trees in here to greenify this area and make it look a buttload better. And I am very happy with how it looks. So let's just make sure that no tree is interfering with the ride. So I'm just gonna speed things up a bit, and we are gonna enjoy the ride together. And yeah, well, let's just see what the ride from this perspective looks like. And we've got the drop over here. Amazing. And the tree was very close, but not in the way, so that's good. And we've got the crimson tree over here, which is looking also quite stunning. And another tree almost in the way. Nope. No? It looks like all the trees are not in the way, which is great. Of course, you do not want to get a branch suddenly smacking right into your head and knocking you out while you're on this amazing ride. So there you go, the Chateau Express looking good, looking good. And we've got another curve in here going down. Ooh, that bush is a little bit close, but not in the way. And that tree also a little bit close. And yeah, everything is looking beautiful, beautiful and nice. And now we can enjoy the sunset setting over the NOCV-park while it is becoming night. Oh, what a view, what a stunning view that is. So let's see what the results are. Let's click on here, go to testing results, and wow, the track scenery rating is still low for some reason. That is weird. What makes the Uzu Wuzu better? We've got a bunch of rocks in here, and of course this little waterfall which spews out a lot of water. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how this looks. I'm not gonna add in anything crazy in here to make it even better. No, this looks fine by me. And while it's night, let's see how our park looks. So here we've got the queue, and as you can see, these lanterns light up the place nicely. They make it look very beautiful, very kawaii. And of course we've got this queue over here as well, which looks oof. It looks pristine. And let's see what our newly built queue looks like. We've got this one over here, and nice. I like the glow. The glow that these lanterns give. It makes it look very bright and warm, and yeah, it's amazing. But I guess wow, oof. We gotta have to do some lighting around here. It looks quite bad at this point in time. So we've got this one over here. This gives off ambient lighting, so that's quite good. We can also use some sort of these custom lightings to light up some builds and things along this ride maybe as well, to make them look more popping in the night. But that is something we will do in the future. Yeah, okay, so let's finish off this part of the build in the back of the castle. Got some more trees going in there, and I think we will do that again in a jump cut. And after that we will start on decorating this first aid building, which is going to be the last thing of this episode. So let's get decorating. And we are back, everyone. There you go. As you can see, everything is looking alright. I haven't added in something too special here. It's just the same trees as over in this area. Whoa, what the hell just happened there with my camera? But it's just the same trees as in this area, and I think it is looking alright. So when we go and walk over this path, you can see that everything looks well decorated in my opinion. And I think it is looking very nice. And by the way, I've also added in some more trees over in this area. And yeah, that looks alright. Maybe we can add in some few trees over in this area, like there and there. There you go. Another one to fill things up, and voila, we've got some trees over in this area as well. Amazing, amazing. So the last thing we are gonna do in this episode is fix up this view, or this part over here. We've got a first aid building right there, and we are just gonna do something with it so that it looks well integrated with this area. And I actually do not feel like building anything special at all. So I'm just gonna go over to my blueprints building and see if I have anything in store which I can use. Let's see, we got this one, the fairy tale castle toilet. How big is this thing over here? Let's just scale it down a bit. Oh, that looks pretty cool. And it fills up this area also. Oof, I think we should go with this thing over here. It looks amazing. Yeah, we're gonna add it over here, like so. And as we've got a toilet already upstairs, we are gonna edit this building, and we're gonna remove this toilet, and then we're gonna get this building out, move it. Something like that should look fine. And now we're gonna fix the terrain, smooth this out a bit. And we are gonna decorate the surroundings, of course. Add in some nice trees, make everything look lush and beautiful. Why not add in a birch tree over here and here? I don't know, add in some sort of awesome autumn trees in here to get some nice coloration of the area, of course. Ooh, an oak tree looks quite good in this area. That means that this birch tree over here can be moved to another place. Maybe back there, there you go. And last but not least, we are going to add in some bushes, and then we can call this thing done. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And we have put in this build good use, as I wanted to use this build actually for the fairy tale area, and we are still in the fairy tale area, so that means that this first aid is gonna look amazing in here. So there you have it, everyone. This is what we have done today. We have added in this beautiful queue for the aeronauts that we have placed in here in the last episode, and as you can see, the queue is looking amazing. When you walk inside of this queue, it looks like you're in some sort of a magical forest. And it looks absolutely stunning. When we go over here to the back of the castle, we can see that we've added in a nice range of forest in the back, making the chateau look complete and pristine. And moving over to the canyon runner, we've gotten ourselves a nice decorated area, a forest area where our canyon runner goes through. And as you can see, everything is looking amazing. We've got the canyon runner going around a beautiful tree over here, and over this crimson tree right here, standing on top of a custom mountain that we have made. And over in the back here, we've got another crimson tree on a larger mountain that we have created as well, and I think they look amazing. And then going over to the first aid area over here. Here we've gotten the first aid, and oops, I pressed the wrong button there. And the first aid area is looking amazing as well. We have used this castle building out of the building, and then over here in our blueprint section, and it looks amazing. It had a toilet in here as well, but we have removed the toilet as we've got a toilet over in this village here already, which stands right here. And I think that a first aid in there will look a lot better, as a lot of people from our insanity ride get sick and they can walk straight over into this first aid, which is nice close by. So that's great for them, of course. And I think that the castle area has turned out amazing. We will add in some new areas in the next episode, as we have finally finished the castle area over here, and this fantasy area over here as well is also finished. So it is time that we expand this park into something beautiful, different, and make it even better. So that's about it for this episode of the NOCV-park, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave a like if you've liked this video, subscribe to stay tuned for the next episode of the NOCV series, and as always, take care, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.